There's a lot of talk about addictions, drug addictions, alcohol addictions, sex addictions, shopping addictions, eating addictions. Underneath it all, we all have one addiction in common. That's right, we're all addicted to what? Our mind. We're addicted to the incessant, nonstop chatter back and forth all the time. It's a maniac in there. There's a maniac in there with multiple personalities that talks to itself. And it talks so much that we believe that it's our power. We believe that the incessant chatter of our mind is who we are, when in reality, we're the ones that should be in control. We're the ones who are observing the incessant chatter. And that chatter goes on and on and on and on and on and on, and it never satisfied. Do you ever notice that? You can never satisfy the mind. What's the mind's job? It's to think all the time, all the time, all the time. It never, ever, ever stops. I know it's a generalization, and I'll say it now. When my wife looks at me and she goes, what are you thinking? And there are times I just simply go, about nothing. There's nothing going on. Where in her mind, it's going on like crazy. She's feeling it in every moment. It's just going on and on and on. I don't know what it is about me, and I know other men feel the same way, that we have the ability to just shut it off for a little bit. Doesn't mean we don't have the addiction. No, we have the addiction. It's on other things. It's other ways of thinking. Here's the hardest thing you can possibly do. Can you focus on 3 breaths? The inhale and the exhale, and not have a thought? Can you literally focus on just the breathing in, or are you judging it? Are you saying, is it deep enough? Is it long enough? And then on the exhale, can you do that for 3 breaths? That's going to be less than 20 seconds. I'll place money. You can't. It's difficult. It's very difficult. And if you can do it, and you can get to 10 breaths, oh my God, you become the master. You become the one who controls the mind. But until you can do that, because you can't do it, the mind is controlling you. And that's an addiction. And something that's addicted is something we can't stop. Can you stop thinking? It's difficult. We've been conditioned, we've been domesticated to doing it. And you may not be talking. Just because you're not talking doesn't mean you're not thinking. Don't try to fool me with that. There are people out there that are introverts that never talk in public, and that their minds are going a zillion miles an hour. You know if that's you, don't you? Yeah, I do the same thing. We all do the same thing. We all have the same addiction. And the only way we can come out of it is start to become more aware. That's the journey of life, to become more aware that we're not our body, we're not our mind, we're not our thoughts, we're not our emotions, we're the observer. We're that which never changes. We're that which is perfect right here, right now. That's the journey. My number one value for the last, 5, 6, 7 years, when I've gone through the values process with Dr. John Demartini, and I'm now a facilitator of it, my number one value is to become more aware. It's the single most important thing in my life. My second value is to teach how to become more aware. You teach what you most want. Did you ever notice that? The greatest way to learn something is to teach it. So every day I'm reminded, and people remind me all the time, you're not being aware. I say, thank you. I don't get upset. I say, thank you. Because if people can point out where I'm not living up to what I'm saying I'm living up to, I can be an agent of change. But if I'm not aware of it, how can I be an agent of change? And most of the time, are you really aware of most of what you're thinking about and what you're thinking about and why you're thinking about it? No. Not so. Here's the greatest thing that stops you from being in love: control. I can go on and on and on about it. But if you're trying to control your partner, if you're trying to control your children, if you're trying to control your parents, you're trying to control your friends, guess what? You're not loving. You're highly insecure, because only insecure people feel the need to control something outside of themselves. Your job is to put all that energy and control yourself, because you need it there. We all do. We're all in the same boat going down a river. We're all just paddling in different speeds and taking different turns in the road or in the river, but we're all on the same journey to discover our true self and to experience love. It's a great day to be alive. Try the 3 breaths today. See how long you can go without having that thought. Know that you're not alone. We're here on this journey together. Much love.